I want you to know right off the bat, this video is specifically designed to be reaching out to all you megalomaniacs out there. In case you haven't questioned yourself, but you might have a reason to, I've got the answer. When I was at Michigan State, and I took my Radical Thought in America class with Phil Fisk, the last semester he was ever there. Every time I've ever liked an instructor, they're gone the next time. Even my scuba instructor got fired after my class because he would joke, and one girl was not happy with that, and she turned him in. I'm not saying his jokes were okay or reasonable or anything. He would joke. He thought it was funny. And she turned him in and he lost his job. That's it. Phil Fisk once asked us what, and I know you've heard this before because I've told you about this aspect of it before, this little anecdote. He had us sit in class and write out something during the class. I guess that's a good lesson plan. Just make the kids sit there and fucking write for 50 minutes to an hour and then cut them off when they try to explain it. He didn't do that. But I mean, it's a good way. If you're a teacher, that might be the way you want to go. Or show them Texas Chainsaw Massacre videos and ask them what they think about how it applies to societal relations in a family environment. You could do that. He had us write out what it is we thought was the root of all evil. And you had people talking about money is the root of all evil, and this is the root of all evil, greed, fucking hate. Ah. And when it came my turn to read mine, I read it and I said, humanity is the root of all evil because there's no other fucking animal that just goes out of its way to fucking kill. Most things in the wild, they fight just enough so that the chick that's watching says, yeah, I'll fuck him. He's tough. He's going to give me a good baby. Which is a mistake because sometimes your children get out of control and you can't overtake them anymore. But that's how fucking nature works. I said humanity is the root of all evil at that time because we are the people that go out of the bounds of a natural fucking. If it was a godlike environment and God put humans on the earth, it was so that he had a reason to kick Satan, Lucifer, out of heaven so he could blame him for everything. It would have never had to have happened. But then I changed it through the years. I look at that and I'm like, justification. It's a human trait. I used to think it was curiosity, but all animals are curious about something. That's how they get run down trying to go across the street. Everybody cries they lost their pet. Well, you had a dumb pet. Justification. It's a human trait. I moved on. This is number 2. I'm moving on to the third one. It's a second trait. Humanity. We justify everything we do. There's no other animal that has to say, well, I killed him because of this. Everybody knows why they killed him. And if it's out of bounds, well, they get killed themselves because they're fucking wrong. And nature is seeking an equilibrium. So you make something up to make it work for you. That's justification. That's my first trait of humanity. But then I realize, oh boy, without another trait of humanity, justification would never fucking succeed. All you megalomaniacs, this is a message specifically suited for you. That trait, humanity is the root of all evil. Justification is a human trait. And the next trait is gullibility. It takes a gullible nature to allow justification to work. And if you haven't figured it out by now, some of you are struggling with it. You're fitting into your own human trait, but yours is that of a peasant, that of one that will be pushed by an emperor. An emperor who lies requires a peasant that believes. Gullibility, that's a human trait.